Hey, little ninjas, what are you guys doing?
Locking the door.
Is that important?
Yeah, because if you leave the door open and you forget to lock it, or if you close the door and forget to lock it, sometimes people can just come into your house and steal all your stuff.
Well, okay. What about online security? Is that important?
Yes, because it's more easier for thieves. Instead of going inside a house, doing all the work, taking in everything, they can sit down, their underwear, chill down, have Pepsi or soda, and they'll take everything you want.
And also, they can ask a guy to rob your house too.
Ooh, dual threat?
Yes.
Physical and monetary?
Yes.
Wow, that sounds scary. All right, guys, finish locking the door. I'm going to make a video for everybody telling them how they can protect themselves. And I'm going to do a 1-year review of a service that I use called DataSeal IO. It's pretty cool. Are you guys going to watch the video too?
Yes.
So before we jump into the video on how you could go ahead and delete yourself and never be found again, I'm going to go ahead and cover the backstory so you guys understand like how this actually developed and why I'm making this video for you guys, and my kids are helping out with this too, is this. So 2 years ago, I was at work. I worked at a real estate brokerage. I was a broker, and one of the agents came to me and was trying to look up some customers' information, and she told me about this website. I didn't believe her, so I hopped online, and everything was out in the open. So basically, your phone number was listed there, your date of birth was listed there, all your friends and family are listed there. So when you expose your information, you're actually exposing your family as well. Because here's the reason: what thieves will often do is they'll actually call your family members, tell them that you're in jail, that you don't want anybody to know, and that you need to basically bail them out by sending this person a lot of cash. It happens all the time. I've seen people in their 80s and 90s get con guys, and it breaks their trust, and it really just messes with their mind. So if you want to protect your family, remove your information off the internet, especially if you do something where you're in the public a lot. I highly suggest it, just like I am doing here. I don't want anybody to suffer because of me. So I made this video right here on how you can locate anybody for free, and there's no registering, no phone number, nothing. Type in their name, gives you all their information. Phone numbers, everything is there, guys. And probably the only information that you're missing to get into somebody's bank account is their high school mascot. And for me, my high school mascot was an eagle, and this was all over the place. If you jump onto my high school, it's there. It's on my LinkedIn. It's also in my Facebook. So your information is completely exposed. You guys want to check out this video? I'm going to leave a link to this video right here in the video description box down below. So I made that video, and then I realized, okay, well, my information is out there too. And during the time I did this, there was really no service out there that could help me do this. So I actually had to figure out how to do this, as it was really scary. The more I looked, the more information I found out about myself, and I did not like what I was finding, just because it was private information. My date of birth should not be public. And this wasn't just the year I was born. This was the date, month, and year. They had my address. They had my name. They had my phone number, my email address. And they also know my high school mascot. So they had it all. I know a lot of people from working in finance that basically lost everything, and they had to start working again at the age of 65, 70 years old. And it was just a really sad experience to see that. And I don't want to put my family through that. So I went ahead and I made this video on how you could delete yourself, and thus me in the real estate office, just because when something is fresh in your mind, you got to go ahead and do it. And I love sharing this kind of content with you guys. Then I reviewed this service right here, which is the 3 best services that basically do what I did in that video for you. And somebody from DataSeal IO had reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to try our service? I tried it. I was really impressed with the pricing, what they offered. And I'm going to show you guys this in the video and what it looks like a year later after I've actually done this. So let me go ahead and log into my portal here. And this is their webpage here. I'm going to go over the pricing in a few minutes once I actually show you guys what the portal looks like. So here is going to be the dashboard, and it's a very simple dashboard. I've used a couple of different services on other family members just because once your information is removed, it's removed. It does come back up, which I'll talk about a little bit later. And what it automatically does is it will go through and scan. So it did a scan on the 23rd of January, and it did find these particular websites that were relisting my information, and it gives me a privacy score here of 99. I have 12 automatic scans. After I had removed it, they found an additional 63 items. Out of the 63, 58 of them have been removed. Remember, the title of the video is Almost Never Be Found. It is impossible to go ahead and get rid of every single trace of yourself out there. If you're running from a person, then I highly suggest that you do this even faster. Get your information off the internet, whether you want to use my video or you want to use the service provider. I highly suggest that you do this ASAP. And data breaches, my information has not been found in the data breach. The password monitoring, my passwords are safe too. And this just goes all the way back. So lots of great automatic features. Again, I like this because there's really not a lot to do. You normally want to have this on. And if we go into the account here, you really don't have to give them a bunch of information. You just need to give them your name, your year of birth, your locations, past locations. If you want to give them a primary phone number, alternative phone number, email addresses, and alternate email addresses. And you could go ahead and sign up for a family plan, which I'll show you guys a little bit later. And this is pretty cool to have multi-factor authentication now. Let's go ahead and check out the pricing model here. So this is the individual plan, it's $12.99, and they have a family plan. This is what I recommend doing, is going through and getting the yearly plan. If you can go ahead and afford it, go this route because you're saving 35%. So for me, there's really not a price you could put on protecting the family, protecting myself, and also any assets that you might own, because thieves are so smart. They can get into your bank accounts, your crypto accounts, your trading accounts, and wipe you out completely, guys. And before you found out about it, it would be already too late. The money would be gone, and no one's going to help you. What's most important to everybody as far as security varies differently. For me, family security is the most important, but for my kids, it's a little different. Cyrus, what's your most valuable thing in the world?
A motorcycle that's broken with moving pistons.
That's pretty cool. And Z, what's your most favorite valuable thing that you hold dear to your heart?
Video games and electronics. I played the most favorite game, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
You like it?
Oh. Yeah.
What would you do to somebody that stole your Breath of the Wild?
I would steal their stuff.
No, two wrongs don't make a right.
No, if they steal it, they're gonna have to buy me the Legend of Zelda Part 2.
But how are you gonna catch them?
Oh, it's easy. I'll just call the police.
It's easy.
Hey guys, on that one, the police, honestly, I have had some stuff stolen from my house, a $2,000 scanner. The police did nothing. In fact, they actually treated me like I'm the criminal. So if you guys are watching this video and you guys are thinking that the police are there to protect you guys, they're not there to protect you guys. They're there to protect insurance companies. And you are going to have to go through hoops and hoops just to get your stuff recovered. Just like these guys right here. If anybody steals their stuff, they're never going to get it back unless I buy it for them again. And so this is a really good plan for an individual. The family plans are great. And if you have a business, talk about an employee perk. If you actually get this for your employees, now you're not only giving them employment, you're also protecting their well-being and their financial well-being by getting rid of their online information. So I actually like that business plan there a lot. Again, I'm going to have a link down below where you can save 5% off by using my code. And at the end of the video, I'm just going to leave you guys a clickable end screen. You can just click it and it'll take you straight there. And one thing I love about being a YouTube content creator is I get to hear all the feedback. So far, I've gotten a lot of great feedback about DataSeal IO. Now that we've seen the pricing, let's go ahead and check out some of the websites that you should be really concerned with. And here's a website, voterf.com. And this website is really scary because if you put a person's name in that lives in one of the red states here, it'll go ahead and let you know how they voted And yeah, this kind of information is scary. This was not covered in my very first video that I made, just because at the time this was even available. So as time goes on, the progression of your data being out there, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And now the Ninja Brothers would like to give us some additional information about online privacy.
Did you know that the online criminals will never be caught because they're in different countries?
High five. Very good. You got it down. You're like the new Brad Pitt. Common questions I get about DataSeal.io. One of the questions is, can I remove my own data? This is something that I actually recommend that you do the very first time, just so you know how much of your information is actually out there. Just know it'll reappear, and I'll have a link above this video section for you guys for that video. Aren't we trusting DataSeal.io with a lot of information? And yes, we are, but the information that we're trusting them with is basically public information. Since they are based in the US, this gives me a higher level of trust. Do I get less spam calls? I personally cannot answer this question, so I have registered all my phone numbers at donotcall.gov. I highly recommend that you do this for yourself. It's free. It only takes a couple of seconds. Should I keep my subscription? And for this one, you have to decide this for yourself. Just know it'll pop back up. Do I still recommend DataSeal.io? Without a doubt, this is one of the best decisions for online anonymity I've ever made, as it puts everything in autopilot. And now I can enjoy my time thinking about a beach instead of my online security. Well, let's remove my Facebook and other social media accounts. The answer to this question is no. This will only remove public information. So your Facebook, your Instagrams, you're going to have to go ahead and change the email address, change the password, and then go in there and basically delete the account. Just know there's other things that you can do to enhance your online privacy. I'm going to give you a couple of the tips that I recommend. So one of them is going to be LinkedIn. So go ahead and put your profile, if you're not actively looking, on hibernate and basically delist your profile so all your information is not out there. You can do the same with other services, and if you're not really using it, guys, delete it. I know it feels cool to have 5 Twitter accounts, but if you're not tweeting 5 times a day, maybe just go ahead and close it down. Just my feedback. If you guys happen to love Twitter, I don't understand it, but that's okay. I don't need to understand everything. And let's go ahead and just go into the recap of DataSeal.io and some of the features that I wish that they would add into the portal. Now we have a message from the amateur actors, the Ninja Brothers. Is there anything you guys want to add about DataSeal?
DataSeal keeps my dad's piggy bank safe. Hi-ya!
So let's do a quick recap of DataSeal and what they do. They keep you protected, and they do an awesome job, and they take care of everything for you. It's on autopilot. There's really not much for you to worry about. Now, as much as I love the service, I do wish they had a custom feature where I can give them a URL and they can go try to target it. And I know they're doing their best. I've actually spoken to the folks over at DataSeal.io many times, and as I mentioned in the video, they are US based. Guys, that is huge. They understand what we're looking for, and which is protection financially and also physically. We don't want to go and compromise this for anything in the world. We want to keep our families safe. And then one other thing that I did want to note on here is I want to thank you guys and also DataSeal.io for sponsoring this video. This video was actually a blast to make. I had a lot of fun with the kids, and I cannot thank you guys enough for staying tuned till the end of this video. All the links will be found down below and also at the end of this video. If you have any comments or concerns, please let me know. And also, if there's a feature that I missed that you think should be added on to DataSeal.io, please leave it down in the comment section. As I'm getting towards the end of this video editing here, I realized that my video is really focused on DataSeal because it does an amazing job. It does about 99% of what you want, which is keep you offline. However, if you guys really want to not be online, That's going to be very difficult. However, I'm going to give you guys 3 helpful tips besides getting rid of your LinkedIn and those kind of things that we talked about. First thing you can do is you could try using a VPN. A VPN does cost money. However, there's going to be a browser called Opera. Opera has a free VPN and it works. Not even my paid VPN allowed me to pay a traffic ticket that I had in California, but Opera connected. And also, if you don't want to go and have a phone number to be reached, but you need internet, maybe you like YouTube, like I do, you can go ahead and get my MAYA. I'll have a link down below, and it costs $3 to $5 for a gig of data. You could get it for the US. You can get it in multiple countries, including Europe. So that works. And the very last tip is a very simple one, guys. Don't go applying for every little credit card that comes up. You have to say no to many things in order to say yes to one thing, and try not to sign up for every newsletter. And then the last thing is, if you live in a state that offers some sort of consumer protection act like California does with the CCPA, go ahead and delete your credit profile. I'll have a link down below so you guys can check that video if you guys want to see what I'm talking about. There's opting out, there's a copy, and then there's deletion. You guys want to go for deletion. Deletion is key to taking back the information, because what I believe is the credit bureaus that are supposed to be protecting us, you and I, with our private information, they're actually the ones that sell this to those other websites. And some of the other providers say they got 500 websites that they'll go ahead and clean up your stuff. Just realize there's probably less than 30 major players that these credit bureaus are selling your information to, and these guys will then go and sell it to everybody else. It's a crazy world out there. So I hope you found the video to be helpful, and I want to thank the kids for all their help with this video. They actually made it a lot of fun. And talking about fun, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys some links at the end here that you can go ahead and check out. If you guys want to check out my original videos about this topic from over 2 years ago, do so. And I'll have a link to DataSeal.io up here. So you can go ahead and click on that, and it'll take you directly to the 5% off page. And you can go ahead and try it out and give me some feedback down below. If the video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. And if it wasn't, that's okay. Just let me know why in the comment box down below. And if you guys like this kind of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as it really lets YouTube know that I'm bringing you guys valuable content, along with that thumbs up button. Make it a great day. Thanks.